Some interesting facts you probably didn't know about Queen. Bohemian Rhapsody almost didn't make it to radio because it was considered too long and unconventional. But once it did, it became a global phenomenon. Queen is known for their extravagant live performances, with Freddie Mercury's electrifying stage presence and powerful voice captivating audiences. Their performance at Live Aid in 1985 is often called one of the greatest rock performances of all time, solidifying their status as legends. Queen was also one of the first bands to merge rock with opera and classical music, especially with A Night at the Opera. With over 300 million records sold, Queen remains a massive influence on music and continues to inspire new generations.
JayZ. 1. JayZ was the first hip-hop artist to become a billionaire, thanks to his music and multiple business ventures. 2. He once sold his CDs out of the trunk of his car before making it big in the music industry. 3. JayZ's mentor, JayZ, inspired his stage name, along with his own street nickname, Jazzy. 4. He had a close friendship with the notorious B.I.G. and even spoke with him the night he died. 5. Michael Jackson sang backup vocals on JayZ's track, Girls, 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 though MJ wasn't officially credited. 6. He co-founded Rockefeller Records in 1995, which played a crucial role in launching his career. 7. JayZ doesn't write down his lyrics. He often improvises in the studio. Subscribe and share with those who love JayZ.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. 1. Joan Jett became the first woman to own and operate an independent record label, Blackheart Records, in 1980 after being rejected by 23 major record labels. This was a groundbreaking moment in rock history. 2. Although Jett is known for her smash hit, I Love Rock and Roll, this anthem was originally a B-side cover of the song by the British band Arrows. Jett saw the Arrows perform it on UK television and knew it had potential. 3. Jett's famous song Bad Reputation was a personal favorite of hers, and despite industry pushback, it became an iconic rock song, even being used as the theme song for the show Freaks and Geeks. 4. Before her success with the Blackhearts, Jett played in an all-girl rock band.
Did you know that Kanye West initially gained fame as a producer for JayZ's The Blueprint album? But he almost didn't get signed as a rapper because record labels saw him only as a producer? Kanye survived a near-fatal car crash in 2002, which inspired his breakthrough single, Through the Wire, where he famously rapped with his jaw wired shut. His JayZ brand collaboration with Adidas revolutionized sneaker culture, with some models reselling for thousands of dollars. Kanye has won 24 Grammy Awards, making him one of the most awarded artists in Grammy history. In addition to music, Kanye briefly ran for US president in 2020 and created headlines with his unorthodox campaign. His Sunday service performances, blending gospel with hip-hop, became a cultural phenomenon, showcasing his ever-evolving creativity. Subscribe and share with those who love Kanye West. Here are a few facts you probably haven't heard lately or didn't know about Black Sabbath. 1. Tony Iommi nearly left Black Sabbath to join Jethro Tull. His physical limitations from losing his fingertips ultimately kept him from switching bands. 2. The cough at the start of Sweet Leaf is Tony Iommi's, caught on tape while smoking a joint given to him by Ozzy. 3. Black Sabbath accidentally ordered a massive Stonehenge stage prop that was too large to fit in many venues during their 1983 tour. 4. Bill Ward and Geezer Butler are both vegans. Geezer transitioned after learning about meat production during a trip to Hamburg. 5. Tony Iommi rented a castle to record the band's 5th album, but ghost sightings scared the band into leaving early.
A few interesting facts you probably didn't know about Jimi Hendrix. 1. Did you know Jimi Hendrix was actually left-handed, but played a right-handed guitar flipped upside down? 2. Before becoming a rock legend, Jimi was discharged from the army for being unsuitable after only 1 year of service. 3. He wasn't a big reader of sheet music. Jimi played everything by ear, relying on pure instinct and feel. 4. Jimi's iconic Star-Spangled Banner performance at Woodstock wasn't rehearsed. He improvised the entire thing. 5. Despite his huge success, Jimi Hendrix only released 3 studio albums before his untimely death at age 27. 6. Jimi was also a guitar technician, often customizing his own instruments to fit his style. 7. Jimi Hendrix was once the opening act for the Monkees, but he left the tour because the crowds didn't appreciate his music. Did you know Pink Floyd was originally called the Tea-Set before settling on their iconic name, which was inspired by 2 blues musicians, Pink Anderson and Floyd Council? 2. Syd Barrett, the band's original frontman, left due to mental health struggles, heavily influenced by his use of LSD. 3. The iconic Prism album cover for The Dark Side of the Moon was designed by Hypnosis, and it became one of the most recognizable images in rock history. 4. The Dark Side of the Moon stayed on the Billboard charts for an astonishing 741 weeks, over 14 years. 5. Roger Waters initially came up with the concept for The Wall after feeling disconnected from the audience during a 1977 concert. 6. The sound effects in Money, like the cash registers and coins, were recorded in an actual store and looped into the song. 7. Pink Floyd is known for their elaborate live shows, including the use of a giant inflatable pig, which once broke loose and floated over London. A few interesting facts you probably didn't know about. Legendary Van Halen. 1. Eddie Van Halen was a classically trained pianist before he ever picked up a guitar. 2. Eddie didn't know how to read sheet music. He learned guitar by watching and listening, much like Jimi Hendrix. 3. The band's original name was Mammoth before they switched to Van Halen at David Lee Roth's suggestion. 4. Eddie created the Brown sound, a unique guitar tone that guitarists still try to replicate today. 5. Van Halen famously had a contract writer demanding all brown M&Ms be removed from their backstage candy bowl. 6. Eddie Van Halen played the guitar solo on Michael Jackson's hit song Beat It in just 1 take. 7. Before rock stardom, both Eddie and Alex Van Halen were originally drummers. Eddie switched to guitar when Alex excelled on drums. Facts you probably didn't know about Metallica's Nothing Else Matters. 1. Written as a personal song. James Hetfield wrote Nothing Else Matters privately while missing his girlfriend on tour, never intending for it to be a Metallica song, but it became one of their biggest hits. 2. Never intended to be released. Hetfield didn't initially want to share the song with the band, as it was a departure from Metallica's usual heavy sound. However, the band embraced it, and it became a fan favorite. 3. Guitar solo played without a pick. Hetfield plays the iconic intro and solo using his fingers rather than a pick, which was unusual for the band at the time. 4. Elton John's praise. Elton John called Nothing Else Matters one of the best songs ever written, and even performed it with Miley Cyrus and others on the Metallica Blacklist tribute album. 5. First Metallica song to hit 1 billion views on YouTube. In 2021, the music video for Nothing Else Matters became the first Metallica video to surpass 1 billion views on YouTube.